So a few weeks back, I got a question because I did a video on how you can find your passion in 7 minutes or less. So if you haven't watched that video, I highly recommend you do. So the question I got was, what if I'm not excited about anything? What if I'm not passionate about anything? And I wanted to answer that question because you are excited. As human beings, we are always interested in new things. We're pulled in new directions, and we just are curious beings deep down. Now, what I want to look at here is, if you're not excited about anything, or believe you aren't, or if you're not passionate about anything, then let's look at what you think passion or excitement is. To me, passion or excitement simply means interest or feeling that inner nudge to do something. So it's not something that will slap you in the face or set your hair on fire or whatever it is. It's not something that will feel magical or anything like that. So if you truly don't have any interests and you're not excited about anything, then it would not matter what you did in life, what you ate, what you wore as in clothes, because you would have no preferences. You could eat broccoli for lunch and you could have some coconut oil for dinner. But you do have preferences, which means you do have interests and you're excited about things. Now, the problem is that we've been told for a long time that we can't follow our dreams. It's not realistic, and you have to settle for what's realistic and practical, and you have to get a good job and do all those things that we've been told we should do. But the practical thing is doing the practical, or at least what everyone else says is practical. So the thing is that you can live a passionate life. You can follow your passions, you can follow your excitement, and that is what will truly make your life worth living. So, what if you don't have any passions? Well, you do have them. It's just that you may have dismissed them, or you may have grown up in somewhere where people told you that it's not okay to follow your passions, so you suppressed them or did whatever you had to do to survive and feel good about yourself. So, how do you start discovering what you're excited about if you don't really feel excited about anything? Well, start by looking at what you're interested in. So, it doesn't have to be a big thing, it could just be something you've always felt like you wanted to do, but you never thought it would be worthwhile. So maybe you thought it wasn't practical, once again, or something else, whatever it is. So look at what gets you going, where your heart pulls you. And it's a subtle pull, so don't look for anything big or anything that rocks your world. And I'd recommend you especially look at what both interests you and scares you at the same time. Because most of the time, the things we're passionate about, we're also scared about doing. So maybe if you want to become a writer, then maybe you're scared of writing because you're not sure what people will think of your writing, what they'll think of you, or whatever it is. So where your purpose and passion lies, there will also most of the time be fear. So don't shy away from that fear. Simply face it to the best of your ability and take small steps forward. And look for what both excites you and scares you. So the takeaway here really is that deep down we are we navigate through excitement. So when I look at my son, he simply does what he enjoys and he follows his heart and his excitement. And you may say, well, Henry, it's okay for a child to follow their excitement, but that's not practical when you're an adult. And to that, I simply have to say, well, is that true? Have you ever seen people follow their excitement and their passion and be able to live the life they want? Yes, you probably have. And what happens to people who don't follow their passion or excitement? Well, they usually end up not feeling all that good. So the bottom line here is that yes, there will be a lot of obstacles. You will have a lot of reasons for not following your passion. But in the end, if you want to live a happy life, if you want to feel fulfilled and live a life full of purpose, then you have to face your fears and you have to start somewhere. So let's take the worst case scenario here. And let's say you're not excited about anything and maybe you don't have any interests or anything that pulls you. Well, then start somewhere. It doesn't matter where you start. Look at what you used to be interested in. If you like to draw, then take a drawing class. Start indulging in your past interests and start experimenting and simply start somewhere so you can start rediscovering your passions and rediscovering your excitement, because that's what this all comes down to. It's about being able to follow your excitement and finding what truly excites you, because sometimes you have to do things that don't excite you in order to find what does excite you. And if you're like most people, then you've been told that you can't follow your excitement, so it's been suppressed. So it may take a while to get back in touch with your excitement and with your heart. So you may want to experiment and try different things. Maybe sit down, meditate, really feel what's coming up and notice what you feel pulled to do. And start with the small things. Notice what you're interested in doing from day-to-day life. So if you're interested in reading a certain kind of book, or if you're interested in drawing or whatever it is. But I'm going on and on here on the same thing. But it all comes down to it's so important to follow your excitement and do your best to just do your best, because you can only do what you can do. So you do have an inner GPS, and you do have interests, you have preferences, so do your best to follow those, because your passion will unfold and life will unfold as you move forward. So that's all I wanted to say today. So keep on moving forward and keep on doing your best. This is not an easy path, because pretty much everyone will tell you that it's impossible, but when you start seeing success and you start seeing that it truly works, then things really change. So remember to like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel, because there's a lot of good stuff coming. And if you want more goodies, just head on over to my website and you can find the link down below if you're on YouTube. So this is Henry signing out. I'll see you in the next video.